Everyone, is Julie. Today we'll be making chocolate fudge cake. Now you might think I have over 60 chocolate cake videos already. I do. I love chocolate cake, but haven't uploaded a chocolate fudge cake. And ironically, chocolate fudge cake is my favorite. So yeah, nothing beats it. This is the end boss of chocolate cakes. So let's get started. Let's start by making the cake. This is the exact recipe I use for all my chocolate cakes. I will never change the recipe. Alright, so to my all-purpose flour, I added the baking powder, baking soda, salt, and unsweetened cocoa powder. Give everything a whisk and set it aside. And if you think I'm rushing, I am not. This is a very long video. Now in a separate bowl, you want to mix all of the wet ingredients, which include the eggs, milk, vegetable oil, vanilla extract, and sugar. Give everything a good mix. And the complete recipe for this video, let's see. The complete recipe for this video. Yep, the complete recipe for this cake will be on my website, cookbyjulie.com, along with the written instructions. Go ahead and add the wet ingredients to your dry. Give it a good mix. Make sure you use a large bowl. This bowl is working my nerve. It's okay. This is what I did. I could have done that off camera. Just use a large bowl because you need to mix, plus add some boiling water to the mixture. You can swap the boiling water for some hot coffee. Just pour it in slowly while you mix so you don't scramble the eggs. Do not obsess over that, trust me. Just pour the boiling water or hot coffee slowly and mix at a high speed and you'll be fine. But you definitely don't want to overmix either. Now go ahead and pour the cake batter into two 9-inch cake pans. I use parchment paper. Make sure to butter and flour your cake pans if you do not have parchment paper. And then you want to bake this in a preheated oven at 350 degrees for about 27 to 30 minutes or until done. Let's get started on that chocolate silky fudge. If at any point I lose you in this video, remember I will have the written instructions on my website. But this is relatively simple. First thing you want to do is sift the powdered sugar and cocoa powder. Very important, do not skip out on that part. Then take some unsalted butter, throw it into a saucepan. Throw in a pinch of salt, some brown sugar, and half of the heavy cream. So total we'll be using 1 full cup, but just pour in half. Give it a good stir, and you want to cook this over high heat until it turns into a nice caramel color like this, and then you want to lower the heat and simmer it for about 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, remove this from the heat and place it in a large bowl. Throw in the remaining butter, so you will need 1 stick of butter total for the chocolate fudge recipe. We used half a stick on the stove, and now the remaining half is going to get folded in like so. Now, last week I was telling you guys about this little blue spatula, how I got more likes than my selfies and food photos combined on Instagram. So about 5 of you started following me right away and only liked the spatula photo. You guys are so funny. Did it on purpose too. Go ahead and pour in the remaining heavy cream. Again, we used half of the cream earlier on the stove, and now we're just going to pour in the remaining half. Hopefully, I haven't lost you yet. Now you want to add half of the sifted powdered sugar and cocoa mixture. It's crucial that you sift it because you do not want a lumpy fudge unless you don't give a fudge. I had to. Now this might look a little tedious, but this is the best chocolate fudge I've ever made. Now if you're a lazy cook and your dream recipe is one where you just throw a million things in a crock pot and forget about it, then this is not the recipe for you. But definitely give this a try because it's delicious and the best I've ever made, and you definitely want to impress your guests with this. Throw in half of the bittersweet chocolate, give it a mix. And now this does look crazy, but it will all come together beautifully. And this is really not hard at all. It's just a little tedious, but anyone can do this, and everyone should. Go ahead and add the remaining powdered sugar and cocoa. Give it a stir, and then the remaining bittersweet chocolate. That's it, you're pretty much done. Adding half of this and half of that. Everything is going to thicken up nicely. You want to mix everything really well. Make sure it's completely smooth. And then you want to let this cool completely at room temperature. And then finally place it in the fridge for about an hour or until it sets completely. This is what chocolate fudge looks like. I'm a little sick, excuse my voice. And the taste was unbelievable. Now all that's left to do is frost the cake. Definitely make sure that your cake layers are completely cooled because we kind of worked hard on that fudge, and if that hot cake melts that fudge, oh boy, yeah, no, not a good thing. So make sure the cakes are completely cooled before frosting. Now you want to just frost your cake how you normally do. You can add some fillers if you'd like cherries or chocolate chips, anything you like, but I just left it plain. Look at how silky that fudge is. Place the second layer on top and frost away like you normally do. Now the chocolate fudge is a little difficult to spread. It's not like buttercream where it spreads like butter, but this cake is not a wimp. I was smearing that fudge really hard and this cake did not break. You can see for yourself. Best chocolate fudge cake right here. Make this recipe, please. I am begging you because it was so good. I don't know what I like better, the cake or the fudge. Usually you'll taste a piece of cake and you'll say, oh, the buttercream is really good, cake is a little dry, or vice versa. But that was not the case here. Everything was a home run. Super moist and chocolatey. I threw some sprinkles on top. Those are not called sprinkles, Julie. Okay, well, what are they called then? Now, if you warm this up for like 10 seconds and serve it with a scoop of ice cream to your guests, they won't leave your house. They'll probably kidnap you. Trust me, it's amazing. Make this cake. Have this with some coffee or cold milk and you'll be in heaven, yada yada, all that good stuff. I really enjoyed this. I really hope you guys do give this a try. Let me know if you do. And I want to thank you all so much for watching.